Hello everyone. So last video continuation, that is dipole moment continuation video, that is problems and dipole moment. In the last video I had explained you the complete concept along with that simple molecule in case of inorganic molecule, how to calculate those dipole moment and what are the applications of dipole moment, those all, why we have to learn the dipole moment, those all I had explained. Here we are going to see the problems on dipole moment, and also in this concept, in this video also I will explain the dipole moment of inorganic molecules also. I will include somewhere. Okay, so now let's get into the video, that is problems. So first one, so based on percentage of ionic character. Now you see here they given the repeated question it is. So it is most important one. Sometimes they will say HCl, HF, like the different they will give, but the same method it will be. So observed dipole moment of a HCl. Observed dipole moment of HCl is 1.03 debase and HCl bond length is 1.275 angstroms. Calculate the percentage of ionic character in HCl. What is the percentage of ionic character in HCl? So what is the formula for that percentage of ionic character here? So percentage of ionic character is equal to observed dipole moment by calculated dipole moment. Calculated dipole moment into 100. So always I told you that, so whatever the dipole moment which they are giving, so that is what experimentally calculated one. That is what we are saying, observed dipole moment. Okay na? So it is also called experimental dipole moment. Experimental dipole moment by calculated dipole moment. Now we have to calculate the dipole moment. So theoretically we can calculate the dipole moment here, that is charge into distance. Now you take here what they given for HCl. Now you consider this HCl is completely an ionic compound. So here it is plus 1 and minus 1. It never be plus 1 and minus 1. It get the partial positive and partial negative. But while doing the problem you consider like that. So it is plus 1 charge and minus 1 charge. You have to take any one charge there. Okay, now plus and minus, just it is loss of gain of electron. So for that reason only one charge, that is what, one electron it is extra here, one electron less, one electron more. So one electron is there. One electron charge is how much? I told you that 4.8 into 10 power minus 10 ESU, electrostatic units, into distance should be calculated in what? In centimeters. So that is what, 1.275. 1.275, that is 1 angstrom is equal to how many centimeter? 10 power minus 8 centimeters. So you multiply with what? 10 power minus 8 centimeters. 10 power minus 8 centimeters. So it should be divided with what? 10 power minus 18. Then we are going to get the what? Debase. Is that clear? So they given observed dipole moment in debase. In the concept I had explained how you are getting debase units. ESU into centimeter by 10 power minus 18. So here 10 power minus 10, 10 power minus 8, 10 power minus 18 get cancelled. That is 4.8 into 1.275 you have to do. So you will get some answer. That is calculated answer, you have to substitute there. So then what happens? Percentage of ionic character is equal to the observed dipole moment is 1.03 by calculated one 4.8 into 1.275 into 100 we have to do. So then you are going to get approximately 17%. That is the percentage of ionic character in a covalent compound. Which is the covalent compound? HCl. Is that clear everyone? So that is most important model question. So whatever the question if they had given here, if it is plus 2 is there, that is 2 into 4.8 into 10 power minus 10 you have to take. If it is 3 there charge, so 3 into 4.8. 3 electron it is extra or 3 electron lost. Is that clear? Most important. Now after that we will see some of the examples here. So it is which molecule here? Same type of molecules are same side on the double bond. Double bond, yesterday's class I told you how they are perpendicular. This is what a sigma bond means. Sigma bond is formed by end to end overlapping. The pi bond is formed by the sidewise overlapping. How it will be? Pi bond is perpendicular to the sigma bond. Now in this case what happens? It is a perpendicular. Now this side will be what? One side, and this is front side, back side will be there for the pi bond. Okay na? So same side, the same groups are there. So it is cis isomer. It is what? Trans isomer. cis isomer and trans isomer. You are going to get the isomers video also. In the after few videos I am going to prepare that isomers video complete with examples. Now among cis and trans isomer, here what happens, this is a double bonded carbon. Then what happens, it is more electronegative. The electron movement will takes place towards this one. And also we know that what this carbon is what, this methyl group is electron releasing group which releases. So here also the resultant net dipole moment will be in downward direction. But whereas here it is giving towards the here the dipole moment, so both will be cancel out. Here mu is equal to 0, but here what mu is not equal to 0, which is having more dipole moment, cis. Always the dipole moment, cis dipole moment is more than the trans dipole moment in most of the cases. Around 95% it can be applicable. That is always dipole moment of cis is more than the trans. In 95% I am saying, not 100%. Some exceptions are there. That exception I will tell you in the end. Now you see in this case, these two methyl groups are what, electron releasing groups. So cancel out, mu is equal to 0. Here cyanide ion is what, it is a linear molecule. So it withdraw the electron, it is also withdraw the electron. Here also the resultant net dipole moment will be cancelled out. Here methyl group is electron releasing, cyano group is electron withdrawing. So resultant dipole moment is in this direction. Mu is not equal to 0 for that molecule. Is that clear? Now in this case what happens? You see here, these two are what are separated by 30 degrees. If you are taking the water here, so these two are separated by 30 degrees, but these two are separated by, sorry, it is separated by 60 degrees. These two are separated by 120 degrees. So here these two are separated by 180 degrees. These two are separated by, these two chlorines are separated by 180 degrees. If you apply that net dipole moment b1 square plus mu2 square, that resultant dipole moment, so above cos theta, cos 120, below cos 120, that all you substitute and you will get the answer. So there what happens, as angle increases, what happens, dipole moment decreases. So angle is less means it has the more dipole moment. So among these two, here its mu is not equal to 0, its mu is also not equal to 0. Among these two, this one will have more dipole moment. Now among these three, if you are comparing, so here what happens, chlorine is more electronegative, so it is also more electronegative, both will be withdrawn, so net dipole moment will be 0. For this molecule, it is a non-polar molecule. Do remember, which is very important. And also you compare here this one, this molecule is how it is looking like this one. So you know that what benzene molecule is what, planar, is it or not? So it is a planar molecule. Now it is how it is, trigonal, planar or not? So in this case, I told you, I had explained you in the last video in case of BF3, boron trifluoride. So it is a symmetrical molecule. It is what, symmetrical molecule. For symmetrical molecule, dipole moment is equal to what, 0. That is also 0. These two are having the what, 0 dipole moment. Is that clear? Now here I am going to explain new concept here. So try to remember. So you will get the confusion. I am going to erase this one. Now you can see in this case, among these three, so now is there any alpha hydrogen? Based on hyperconjugation I am going to explain here. So it has the what, 3 alpha hydrogens. It has the what, 6 alpha hydrogens, because the carbonyl carbon, adjacent carbon is called alpha carbon. Here 2 alpha carbon which are having 3 alpha hydrogen, total 6 alpha hydrogen. As number of alpha hydrogen increases, as number of alpha hydrogen increases, resonance, that is conjugation increases, that is hyperconjugation increases, then dipole moment also increases. Dipole moment also increases. Is that clear? That is what, as number of alpha hydrogen increases, then what happens? Dipole moment is also increases. Now you see here which is having more number of dipole moment, that one. And also you see in this case the bond moment, based on bond moment, here more electronegative oxygen, it is moving in this direction. This methyl is also giving, because it is electron releasing, it is also giving it is also giving the electron. So this oxygen is taking the electron. So the net dipole moment is in the direction. Here the net dipole moment is this much, but here very large. The net dipole moment is more. Is that clear? Most important. And after that you compare these two. Now which is symmetrical molecule? This carbon tetrachloride is what? It is a symmetrical molecule. So now you see here carbon is the central atom which is bonded with all are the same type of atoms which is not having any lone pair. So it is comes under what? Symmetrical molecule. So for symmetrical molecule dipole moment is equal to 0, but whereas here it is not symmetrical molecule, mu is not equal to 0 because the bonded atoms are different. Now among these fluorine and chlorine, which is having more dipole moment? So in case of fluorine and chlorine, in case of organic compound, you need to consider the bond length. Here in case of chlorine to this carbon, bond length is more, okay, when compared to carbon to fluorine, because here what happens, it is a large sized atom, but charge is more, here charge is less. So when these two are fighting, then what happens experimentally? It is observed that carbon to chlorine bond length is more, so it dominates the water charge. So that is what chlorobenzene is having more dipole moment than fluorobenzene, to remember, which is very very important. Next after that you compare these two. So it is which type of, based on this hydrogen atom, which type of example it is a cis one, it is what? Trans one. It is what? Trans one. Okay, now with respect to hydrogens. Now this carbon, it is what? Carboxylic acid which is withdrawing in this direction. This methyl group is donating the electron. Here it is what happens, it is withdrawing, but whereas here it is giving. So it is somewhat decreasing, but here it is what? Completely in this direction. The dipole moment is what? Here more in case of trans. But what happens here? Cis is there. So this cis is having the what? More dipole moment than the trans compound. Okay na? So but whereas here trans will have the what? More dipole moment. This I will explain with another example also. So I told you in the last time, that is in the last video, that is cis molecule will have more dipole moment than trans molecule. It is only up to 95% only, but not all cases. Okay na? So some exceptions are there, that exception I will tell you. Now in this case among these, now you see here, consider 1, 2, 3 and 4, which is very very important. You know that carbon tetrachloride is symmetrical molecule, it is 0. It is least one. Now simple, you remember, whenever the number of halogen atoms are increases, dipole moment decreases. Okay na? No need of drawing their structure, those all things. Just you remember, number of halogens increases, dipole moment decreases. Here 4 halogens, here 3 halogens, it is the least one. After that which one? 1. After that 2 halogens. After that 1 halogen. Okay na? So 1 halogen one will be having the what? More dipole moment. After that 2 halogens. After that 3 halogen. 4 halogens, it is a dipole moment is equal to 0 because it is a symmetrical molecule. And here in this case, which is very very important, here it is what? Both the oxygen is what? On the same side of the plane. So it is a cis. But what happens here? Here the carbon to carbon we have single bond is there, which can be rotatable. So whenever if it is rotated, then what happens? There is a chance of getting the cis like this, and also there is a chance of getting, we are getting the what? Trans also. There is a possibility is there. Is that or not? But whereas in this case, always it is a cis, because cyclic compounds are what? It is a restricted. The bonds are restricted. So there is no rotation, and also here sp2 carbons are there, pi bonds are there. So it is restricted. It is not possible to convert into trans. But whereas it is a possibility to convert into trans, it is always cis. So cis compound always having the what? More dipole moment than trans. We'll see some more example. Now in this case you see here, with respect to hydrogen it is a trans, with respect to hydrogen it is a cis. Now in this case what happens? Which one is more dipole moment? You see here. So resultant dipole moment is in this direction. So, but whereas here what happens, the resultant dipole moment is going in this direction, here it is coming in this direction. Now, here hydrogen, what happens, hydrogen is donating like this, the dipole moment. Now, in this case, hydrogens will be like this. Now, in this case, what happens right here, this hydrogen dipole moment and this methyl dipole moment both are cancelling. But whereas here these two hydrogen dipole moments are cancelling, but methyl group and also chlorine group both are going in the same direction, bond moment is in same direction. So the dipole moment of trans will be very high here. Now, but whereas here what methyl group is coming down, chlorine is going in this direction. But the methyl dipole moment, some quantity of methyl dipole moment was cancelled by this hydrogen atom. That is what trans dipole moment is more than the cis. In the very few cases it will be very just it is a 5%. In most of the cases cis compounds are what more dipole moment, in very few cases, like this example. Is that clear? Most important. Now you say which is having zero dipole moment. Is this having zero dipole moment? Now both are having opposite direction 180, both are 0? No. So it is not equal to 0, but whereas it is mu is equal to 0. What is the reason here? It is a cyclohexane. It is in non-planar. It is in what? Cyclohexane ring is what? Non-planar ring. So now that this carbon hybridization is what? sp3. sp3 is not planar. So it is also sp3 carbon. All these carbons are what? sp3 carbon. They are non-planar. So non-planar molecules dipole moment is not equal to 0. Do remember that. Now here what happens, the cyanide ion is withdrawing 1, here also it is withdrawing, both will be cancelled out, mu is equal to 0. Now what about here in this case? So oxygen is there, so which gives the what energy, electrons, so both will be cancelled out, mu is equal to 0. No, it is incorrect. Now this dipole moment of this phenol is not equal to 0. What is the reason here? You see here in this case, this oxygen and this oxygen. This oxygen will have the what? Lone pair of electrons are there. This oxygen has the lone pair of electrons. And also the dipole moment is in this direction toward from hydrogen to oxygen. Here also from hydrogen to oxygen. Lone pairs are taking in this direction. Lone pairs are taking in this direction. Then what happened? Resultant dipole moment is in this direction. So its mu is not equal to 0. Now among these two, which is having more dipole moment, which is strong electron withdrawing NO2. So based on electron withdrawing group, if you want to know about electron withdrawing, what is mean by electron withdrawing, electron releasing group, you have mesomeric effect is there and in inductive effect is also there. Videos in the description you can see the mesomeric effect. So and inductive effect videos are there. So you can go through with those videos, you will get complete clarity about electron withdrawing and electron releasing. So more is the electron withdrawing, more is the dipole moment. So it is having more dipole moment than this one. Now among these two, which is having more dipole moment? This one, because here the electrons are involving in the resonance, but whereas here the electrons are withdrawing. So electrons are going here. So then what happened? Those electrons are not free. Those charge is not free. Here charge is distributing inside. But what happens here? Charge is taking out. So when the charge is taking out, then what happens? Distance will be increases. Then dipole moment is increases. Now among here, now in this case what happens? Now the pi bond electrons are shifted here and this negative charge will be shifted there. But whereas here what happens? Only the distance between the positive and the negative pole will be what here? Very less. But whereas here positive charge you will get here, partial positive charge. Here we are getting negative charge. The distance is more here, but whereas here the distance between the charged species is less. So which is having less dipole moment than this one. Is that clear? Very very important. Now among these two, which is having more dipole moment? This one, because the nitro effect on the benzene ring is decreased by these bulkier groups. These two methyl groups decreases the effect of nitro. So then it will not pull that much the electrons from the benzene ring because of this nitro effect. Okay, these two methyl group. So the steric factor will be placed here. So which is having more dipole moment. After that, here it is most important one. It is what Dichloroethane. The dichloroethane is more stable in which conformation? Staggered conformation. You can take, this is a staggered conformation. It is a staggered conformation. The same type of atoms are present opposite to one another, that is 180 degrees. If they are separated by 180 degrees, then it is called staggered conformation. So at 20 degrees Celsius, what they are saying, mu is equal to 0. It is what mu is equal to 0, say for example at 20 degrees Celsius. At 20 degrees Celsius, that is mu is 0 or not in staggered case, because both the chlorines are opposite. So the staggered conformation will have the what? Zero dipole moment. But what happens whenever they increase the 40 degrees Celsius, the temperature is increased to 40 degrees Celsius, then what happens? Due to that heat energy, the bond rotation takes place. What happens? Bond rotation takes place. The staggered conformation changes to Gaussian conformation. The staggered conformation is changes to what? Gaussian conformation. The chlorine atoms are what? Now these two are separated by just 60 degrees. Here 180 degrees, here it is 60 degrees. So then what happens? This conformation is said to be Gaussian conformation. So this Gaussian conformation is mu is not equal to 0. Whenever we are increasing the temperature, what happens? The conformation is changed. So from staggered to Gaussian conformation. Whenever that Gaussian conformation mu is not equal to 0. Now in this case, what happens now? Among these two, which is having more dipole moment here? Now you see here, the lone pair of electrons are involving in the what here? Resonance. So the electrons are involving it. The charge is distributing here. But whereas the charge, that is what electronegativity of this chlorine, is not distributed, so it is going in this direction only, but whereas here it is coming in this direction. So, and also you can explain in another way also, it is sp2 carbon, it is what? Sp3 carbon. It is less electronegative, it is more electronegative. So whenever the more electronegative is there, somewhat it will pull in this direction. This chlorine is more electronegative, it will pull that side. So some dipole moment will be cancelled out here. But whereas here there is no cancelling of dipole moment, so for that reason it is having more dipole moment. As percentage of S character increases, what happens? Electronegativity of that atom increases. Then what happens? So ability of attracting will be decreased. Now you see in this case, in these options, this is very important. Here X and Y, this is ortho, it is meta, so it is para position. Now X and Y are the what? Substitute. Now X and Y are what? Are same type of groups, that is either it may be electron releasing group or electron withdrawing group. X is electron releasing, both are electron releasing groups, okay, or else both are electron withdrawing groups. Then what is the order of dipole moment here? Order of dipole moment, that is 1, 2, 3. So that is the order of dipole moment. Now you can see here among these, so which is having more dipole moment? This ortho-dimethylbenzene, meta-dimethylbenzene, after that para-dimethylbenzene. That para-dimethylbenzene is 0. Now among these, so it is ortho, meta and para. Is that clear? That is what in case of both are same type of groups are there, that order we have to follow. If it is different types, so here you can use the what? That net dipole moment formula will be there, net dipole moment is equal to, both are same, then we have to use the formula as what? m1 square plus m2 square plus 2m1 m2 cos theta. So here theta is what? In this case the theta is 60 degrees, in this case 120, in this case 180. Here theta is equal to 60, here theta is equal to 120, here theta is equal to 180 degrees. Okay na? So now then what happens there? As theta increases, then what happens there? Dipole moment will be decreases. Now cos theta is what? Here directly proportional to dipole moment. Do remember that one in case of here. So but whereas in case of here, okay na? So here theta is equal to 60 degrees. So what happens? Cos theta, you know those all values, you substitute there, you will get 1 by 2 it will be. But whereas theta equal to 120, it is minus 1 by 2 something you will get now. So you substitute there, you calculate. But whereas if it is one is electron releasing, another one is electron withdrawing group, or else X is electron withdrawing and Y is electron releasing group, the net dipole moment is calculated as square root of m1 square plus m2 square minus 2 m1 m2 cos theta. Now in this case what happens, dipole moment is directly proportional to minus of cos theta. Okay na? So now in this case what happens, the order will be reverse. The order is reverse. That is what para substituted will be more dipole moment, after that meta, after that ortho. Is that clear? Among these two, which is having more dipole moment here? Now this oxygen containing lone pairs are involving in the resonance, but whereas this oxygen containing lone pairs are not involving in the resonance. So the bond moment is in this direction, but what happens here, it is involved in the resonance. So tetrahydrofuran will have the more dipole moment when compared to the furan. Now among these two, here what happens, the lone pairs are moving away from the nitrogen, but whereas here the bond is the pi bond is shifting towards the nitrogen, which increasing the electron density on nitrogen. So its power is increases. Then what happens? So its dipole moment is more than the pyrrole dipole moment. It is called pyrrole. It is called furan. It is called THF, tetrahydrofuran. Okay, na, tetrahydrofuran. Now among these two, here pyrrole is there. Here it is aromatic pyrrole. It is an aliphatic one. Now among these two, which is having more dipole moment here? But whereas in this case there is no movement of electrons here. So here it is moving in this direction. Here also it is moving. Both will be cancelled out here. But whereas here the electrons are not, the resonance is not cancelling. Excuse me. So it is involving in the resonance. Now in this case what happens now? So here it is what pyridine, which is substituted with NH2 group, it is electron releasing, and this nitrogen containing lone pair will withdraw the electron in the downward direction, and also pi electrons also shifting onto this nitrogen. Now here also lone pair is there. It is downward, but electron withdrawing upward. So which is having more dipole moment? This one. Now among these two, bond moment, so in which direction it will move? Say for example this pi bond, if it is moves in this direction, then what happen, it will get the negative charge, it gets the positive charge whenever it is moving in this direction. So then what happens, it is getting the aromatic nature. It is getting aromaticity. It is following the 4n+2 rule. So that I will tell you, Haeckel rule. So that I will make separate video for that. So you try to subscribe, and then you will get each and every video in a sequence. So it is what, it is also getting aromaticity. So for that reason, always the pi bond, here the pi bond will be shifted towards this carbon, then only it is getting the stability. So the bond moment will be in this direction. Now in this case what happens, the bond moment should be in this direction, then only both the molecule, both the atoms will get the water stability. When this pi bond is moving in this direction, it gets the negative charge. So it has the 6 pi electron. 6 pi electron obeys the 4n+2 delocalized pi electron. It is also 6 pi electron, Haeckel rule obeys. It is 2 pi electron, Haeckel rule obeys. So and planar, so it is aromatic. It is also aromatic. Here also plus charge. So 6 pi electrons, so aromatic. So due to its aromatic nature, that is the moment. Now in this case you see here what happens, it is a sp3 carbon, it is more electronegative. But whereas it is what, sp2 carbon, more electronegative, it tried to pulse in this direction, but this halogen pulls in this direction. Some dipole moment will be cancelled out. So among these two, which is having more dipole moment, this one. And among this ammonia and nitrogen trifluoride, which is very very important. So I am going to explain which is having more dipole moment. This is ammonia, NH3, and I am going to take nitrogen trifluoride. So generally what we will think, more is the electronegativity, more is the dipole moment. But what happens, in this case, the lone pair of electron is pulling upward direction, but whereas this fluorine is what, pulling in downward direction. So but whereas here hydrogen and nitrogen, if you are comparing, nitrogen more electronegative, the electron will shift towards the nitrogen. Here also it shifted towards the nitrogen. Now the lone pair is pulling away. What is the reason? I told you I had explained you in the last video. lone pair is present only in one nuclei, but whereas the bond pair is shared between the two nuclei. So lone pair will have more electronegativity. It is try to pull away from the central atom. Okay, na electrons. The bond, the electron moment will be in upward direction. The resultant moment will be here more. But whereas the moment of lone pair is cancelled by the bond pair of electron. The moment of electron of lone pair is cancelled by the bond pair of electron in case of nitrogen trifluoride. Some cancellation is there. So for that reason ammonia is having more dipole moment than nitrogen trifluoride, which is very very important as CBSE. In the CBSE so many times it is asked, and also in MSET level also it is so many times. Now based on electronegativity, these all based on electronegativity. So more is the electronegativity, more is the dipole moment. Now in water you can take here. So this is the water. This water containing oxygen will have two lone pairs. So resultant dipole moment you can see here. So hydrogen, here lone pairs. So completely it is going up. So more electronegative. So more is the dipole moment. Nitrogen more electronegative compared to phosphorus. Here oxygen, here sulfur. Electronegativity. And you can take the water dimethyl ether. Will it have zero dipole moment? So you can say like this, no? So both are moving in this direction. Is it correct? It is not the symmetrical molecule. It has the two lone pairs. That you should not forget. So here what two methyl groups are there. So it has the two lone pair of electron. These methyl groups are what electron releasing groups. And also you can compare with the what electronegativity compared to carbon. Oxygen will have more electronegativity. So it moves in that direction. So resultant dipole moment will be upward. So it is not equal to zero. It is a what? It is a non-polar molecule. Now you can take the water. Sorry, it is polar molecule, not non-polar. Now you can take PCl5. I had explained you. It is what is symmetrical molecule. So here what happens? Completely these two will be cancelled out. Now this is a trigonal planar. These two will be cancelled out. So these two will be cancelled out here in this direction, in this direction. The net dipole moment is equal to 0 because it is a symmetrical molecule. Here also it is a symmetrical molecule, SF6. So octahedral molecule, tetrahedral molecule, so pentagonal bipyramidal, trigonal bipyramidal. So those all molecule will have the what? Zero dipole moment. Is that clear? And also most important, you can take the P phosphorus difluoro trichloride. Okay, so is also very very important to this molecule. So what is the dipole moment of this molecule? It is equal to 0. When it is? So when these two fluorines are perpendicular to the plane and these three chlorines are present in the plane, then what happens? So it's a dipole moment is equal to 0. Okay, na? Even though it is not a symmetrical molecule, but its dipole moment is 0. So for that reason in the first video I had explained not always. Okay, na? So with it is without having lone pair, also it is mu is equal to 0. Okay, na? These all the what examples. If you are perfect with these all example, it is very much enough. So based on this concept, you are going to get the questions in whatever the competitive exam you can take. So in all those competitive exam, you are going to get these example model question. Maximum all model questions on the dipole moment which we had covered. So those who not watched the concept of dipole moment, you can watch that one in the description it will be. So till now those who not subscribed, please do subscribe and like, don't forget to like. Thank you. Have a nice day.